Alright, hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Juju. Before I start, I'm just going to introduce myself. For those of you who doesn't know me, my name is Heiju and I'm currently living in Australia. You may have already noticed that I'm not a native English speaker. Yeah, because I have this weird accent.
아, 페이퍼 타올이 여기 있네.
뭐라고요?
Well, yes, that's true. English is not my first language. I was born and grew up in South Korea until 19 years old. And some people just be like, oh, you must be good at English because you're living in Australia. Well, that's not true. What you need to know is that you're not going to become fluent in English just because you're living in some, English-speaking country like USA, Australia, England, unless you spend most of your childhood in there. And also, there's certain words to describe for those people who move from their own country to, their home country to foreign country at their early age. We call them first generation immigrant or second generation immigrant. There are certain words for that. And that will be defined by the age, that how young they were when they moved. But I wasn't the case like this. I was kind of old to be called as second generation. But as an adult, it was quite challenging for me to learn English from that stage. So recently, I've been getting so many questions on my Instagram account as well as my YouTube channel comment section that how I studied English. Well, and that question sort of got me thinking that, how I studied English. Yeah, so I was just like, maybe I could make a video out of it. So for today, I'm gonna be sharing some special strategy on how I studied English as a lazy and old student who had no money, no energy, and no friends. But before I start, I want you to know that this is my very personal tips on how to study English, which means that this doesn't work for everyone. For example, if you're looking for any academical or real-life advice on how to study and how to improve your English skill, then this video might not be the best video for you. But you can still watch it for fun. Let's get started! Firstly, when I got home from the school, I was always exhausted because I try hard to catch up with all the assessments and maintain the good grades so that I don't get kicked out from the school as an international student. However, I still needed to put extra effort to study grammar. Well, I have finished the English workbook named Grammar in Use. And yes, of course it was beginner's level. For me, this was the easiest and the most important step to learn fundamental knowledge for grammar. Secondly, as I mentioned, I was a lonely and lazy student with no money, no friends, and no energy for social life. So, normally, when I get home from the school or work, I used to spend my free time on the sofa and procrastinate the things that I had to do. So instead of sitting at the desk looking at the boring textbook all day, I chose to study in a slightly different way. So I started to learn the listening skills by watching my favorite TV programs. The bottom line is, you gotta repeat this process without relying on the subtitle. And also, I used to spend most of my free time lying on the bed. And whenever I'm on the bed, I try to read and watch at least one English articles or video. Sometimes I cried just because I was so depressed by the fact that I won't be able to see my friends in Korea as often as I used to. Anyway, please do avoid eating something while you're studying on the bed because I gained 15 kilograms at that time. Yes, I ate one full pack of Tim Tam with a cup of milk on the side, almost for every day. I try to practice the speaking skill to improve my pronunciation and fluency by speaking with a mirror. For the writing technique, I didn't want to stress myself by writing some fancy academical thingies. So I started from the easiest step. I wrote a diary every day. I was trying to focus on writing every single little stuff that I've done in a day. And then, basically, I had to repeat this same routine every day for about 2 years until I finished the school. Lastly, I became a little bit brave. I try to have small conversation with people I meet. It might sound funny, but I noticed that my English skill gets better whenever I get into a situation that I have to speak up to claim for something unfair. I'm not saying that I was a crazy Asian girl who wants to fight with everyone, but what I want to say is that I changed my attitude from a very shy Asian who couldn't even make a complaint on people's rudeness to a girl who can. By the way, the easiest and the most effective way to learn foreign language is actually throwing yourself into a place that no one speaks your language. For example, going overseas to travel or study can be the perfect chance. Just because you will get to learn how to survive as an alien. Or simply, it'll come in real handy when you go out with foreign boyfriend or girlfriend to improve your English. Just take an advantage from them. 여러분, 재밌게 보셨나요? 어떻게 그래도 이 영상이 조금이나마라도 도움이 됐으면 좋겠어요. 저처럼 게으른 사람들, 난 절대로 영어 공부를 할 수 없다. 영어가 필요한 시대지만 난 너무 게을러서 못하겠다. 나는 진짜 엉덩이 붙이고 앉아서 공부를 못한다 하시는 분들은 이 방법이라도 조금 쓰면서 영어랑 익숙해지는 단계를 만들면 좋을 것 같습니다. 이게 오늘 제가 하고 싶은 말이었고요. 우리 쭈친 여러분들도 공부 때문에 너무 스트레스 받고 막 죽을 것 같고 머리 쥐날 것 같고 이러면 수명이 깎이니까 그냥 적당히 내가 이 정도는 할 수 있겠다 한 이 정도로 적당히 하시고 정말 필요한 공부라면은 열심히 하셔도 되지만 그렇지 않은 경우라는 좀 쉬면서 하시면 될 것 같습니다. 저는 이곳에 와서 살기 위해서는 영어를 할 수밖에 없었으니까 영어를 그냥 좀 자연스럽게 배운 타입인데 저 또한 비록 게으른 방법으로 계속 공부를 했지만 이 게으른 방법도 쌓이다 보면은 빛을 발하더라고요. 이렇게 영어를 내 생활에 약간 좀 편하게 익히는 것만으로도 내 생활에 편하게 스며들게 하는 것만으로도 이 영어에 대한 이해가 확실히 훨씬 높아지더라고요. 저처럼 엄청 게으른 사람도 얇고 길게 할 수 있는 공부 방법이었습니다. 그러면 오늘 영상은 이로써 마치겠습니다. 안녕! I've received so many questions on how to study English via my Instagram account and so as well as with 나는 한국말 하는 것도 너무 어려운데 영어 하니까 더 어렵네. Anyway, okay. 어떻게 해야 돼? 이렇게 해야 돼?